going to talk about love.
Okay.
2 decades we've been together, but now he seemed to be a little more stubborn.
Hi guys.
Hi! Welcome back to our channel, and we wish you all a very
Happy Valentine's Day.
a beautiful Valentine Day. So आज का जो topic है, it's super candid, and we are going to talk about love.
Okay.
Today what we are going to do is we are going to share our 3 unique and different ingredient of love. He is going to tell you all what is that 3 things that helps us bind together or stay together so well, and my 3 things that I think and truly believe that is the reason that we both are together for such a long time.
Long time.
Longest time. So just to give you a backstory, we know each other when I was in grade 1. So I assume that I would have been like 7, 8. From that time to now, which is about
20.
20 years
20
or 2
plus years.
decades. 2 decades we've been together, and honestly it's not easy. It would feel like, wow, you guys are together for 20 years.
No, that is knowing each other.
Yes, that you know each other from such a long time, that is 20 years, but the amount of work that you have to put in the relationship is a big ask, and growing up all our traits or all our characteristics change. So when I saw him first, he was extremely silent, but now he seemed to be a little more stubborn. Little more. So that is the reason we wanted to come here and share our top ingredients that I call on how we stay, and it's so important. So just giving you my thought or my process on how I see love, because love doesn't have an explanation nor it has a definition.
It can be different for everyone.
Yes.
So it can be different for you as an individual, you all as in a relation as partners. It can be very different for everyone.
Yes.
So here is our bit of it, like what we feel helps us connect much more stronger.
Yes.
And how things we work on our relation
Very much.
a lot. So so there are few things that we feel it might help you. You might have known those things, but it is just about understanding someone's perspective towards it, and so that you can apply to it.
Yes.
So here are a few things that we feel that actually helps a good relationship.
Yes. So I'll just give you why I call this an ingredient super quick, because I told him कि कैसा होता है. Supposing for example ले लो, one of your favorite thing is butter chicken, right? So butter chicken बनाने के लिए you need a lot of ingredients. अगर एक भी ingredient miss हो गया, which means butter chicken tasty नहीं बनेगा. That is where I come from. So love होता है ना, it's a term and it has multiple things attached to it. For example, honesty, you want your partner to be loyal, you want your partner to be your friend, you want communication. There's a lot of things attached to love, right? You say harmony, you say trust, there's so many things. आपको क्या चाहिए आपके partner से, compatibility for that matter. So we feel कि when 2 people are together, let it be in a relationship or they are partners or they are in marriage, there are some unique things that make the couple stand out from each other, right? I hope you understood what I was trying to tell you all about the ingredient bit, which made sense to me, and that is how I, process love, and that is the reason I am deeply in love with this cute little boy, and it's so amazing. So before we move on to the ingredients, each of us are going to explain why they think that ingredient is important. But when I ask you कि आपके लिए सबसे बड़ा और important ingredient क्या होगा आपके relationship में, you want to comment down, take a while and comment down. So everybody I speak about respect, okay, but for in my 3 ingredient that is not there. I know it's little weird, it's not there. Do you have that in your ingredient? No. You know why? Because I think respect मांगा नहीं जाता. Respect you earn it. You know how? By doing little things, and the other person understanding from where the person have come from. In general, we both have a very strong opinions, and to sometimes it collides, right? तो इसके लिए what happens, growing up we understood and we observed what the other person actually wants, what the other person wants to be, and the little things that the person does, and we gave that person that space to do that thing, and that is how we respected each other. You don't have to go and ask or tell or plead or seek for that thing, seek for respect. It has to come on its own. I know this can be a little bit on a different perspective, but that is how we see it. Like I told you all before, respect has to be earned, respect have to be understood, and you cannot go and plead for respect. अगर आपको प्लीड करना पड़ रहा है, आपको ऐसा लग रहा है यार ये इंसान को मेरी रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं है, इट्स अ बिग होल इन योर रिलेशनशिप एंड यू गाइज हैव टू वर्क ऑन इट. ओके, बहुत बातें हो गए. लेट्स मूव टू द मेन टॉपिक. सो आई वांट यू टू स्टार्ट बिकॉज मैंने बहुत ज्यादा बात कर दिया. आई नीड टू ब्रीद. सो आई जस्ट talk. So that's the reason I love today's the conversation, because it's going to be super candid. It's fun to have conversation with him. So moving to the first ingredient. So I want to know, what is your first ingredient?
See, basically for me in a relationship, the most important thing is communication. You have to communicate to your partner whatever it is, good, bad, confused state, lonely state, or any frame of mind that you are in. You need to communicate. They are human beings and they are not God that they will understand you कि अरे तूने समझ लेना चाहिए था, I was going through this. You need to communicate. It is that simple. You tell them you are having a bad day and they will make sure that they make some things good for you in that day, if not make it worse. So if you communicate, it helps solve a lot of problems in your relationship. And always when you are communicating, don't give orders. There are not orders कि आज मेरे लिए चाय बना दे. नहीं. It is can you please, can we please do this, so that this gives them the freedom also to accept if they want to or not accept if they want to, because they are also an individual person who have their own set of priorities for the day or through the life. So communication is the key for me in any relation, let it be a marriage or love relationship, friendships, anything. You need to communicate. That's very simple. So moving on to your ingredient.
So one of the key ingredient is communication. So I'm just going to add to what you said. It is always good to go and have a conversation, because the moment you speak to your partner or speak to a friend, it opens up a lot of things. Supposing I am already confused with a certain thing in terms of career, I go and speak to him. I'll say, Boo, I need some time. Whenever you're free, let me know. I want to have a conversation. I sit and I speak to him, and when I'm speaking to him, it opens up so much of things around me, and I'm like, yeah, I just got my answer. You understand what I'm trying to say? Even in relationship, what happens is, if I have to speak about that, there are a lot of things that we disagree on. Okay, because our perspectives are so different about life in general, and also we are very different human being. I'll also tell you a fun thing, that he's a Scorpio and I'm a Leo. We believe in zodiac, so if you have to see the less and the least compatible couple is Scorpio and a Leo. So giving you all one good example. So जब I am on my periods and I am not able to do things, again every female have a different pain tolerance. My first day is extremely bad for the first at least 2 to 3 hours. So मुझे communicate करना पड़ेगा to tell him कि I am feeling super lazy, I am feeling tired, I am not feeling good to do anything. So can you please help? Why I say this, because वो भगवान नहीं है कि उसको पता चल जाए कि what I am going through. So if I communicate and keep my things straight to him as an individual, he will also understand. Again, coming to that respect wala point, he understands that and he does his bit, which really helps me and ease me, and also I'm calmer inside because I know कि अच्छा चलो बाकी के सारे काम तो आज हो ही जाएंगे. So I have my good 2 hours or 3 hours का rest and I'm back. So it only happens because your partner is there to help and support you, and this can only happen once you communicate. If you don't, then वो नहीं होने वाला है, because they are not going to understand. Remember, they are male and we are females. अपने hormones बहुत अलग होते हैं than them. So you have to understand and communicate, which will help grow your relationship. So moving on to your second one. What is your second one?
So the second ingredient for me will be patience. Every relationship, I am telling you, it is not only a marriage, you have to be patient. If someone has something to tell you, you need to patiently listen to them. What we as individuals usually do, most of our phase of life, we have done this. You can reflect on it when I tell you this, that when someone is telling you something, you in your mind start processing things to answer that person. Instead, try this way, that you just listen to that person out. He doesn't want your opinion every single time. He doesn't want a solution to whatever he is saying. He just wants to vent it out. So just listen patiently. It is a very good thing if you implement listening, because it helps the other person to freely talk to you just because he won't be judged. And patience is that key, that a question to an answer is not what people look for. So patience is the key here. Just because you are listening to them, they are opening up, they have that trust which comes with that automatically. So you get a lot of things with patience. किसी ने कुछ कर दिया तुमको, if you think about it patiently and not react to it immediately, the situation can be different. Patience in anything, like let it be in any relation, friendship or any relation, if you are patient enough to understand that person, listen to that person, I think that relationship will grow, because you gain the trust also of that person because you listen to them patiently. So I feel patience is number 2 on my list.
You want to tell them how patient I am?
I am very patient.
I am the most impatient person, and to deal with that, it takes a lot of work. So I really appreciate the fact that he understands what characteristics I possess and he helps me with it. That is a big hit.
I can't change her personality.
That's
It
true.
cannot
Yes.
be like this. yeah, making her understand certain things, and if she wants to adapt to it is a different story, but I cannot sit and order that, okay, this is what you're doing is wrong. That puts a negative impact on that person. So like I would say you can try this, that okay, you try telling that person patiently that okay, this is what I feel, this is what I, if you feel the same, let the person think about it, and if he or she wants to work on it, then that is their choice. But you ordering them to do things is a big no-no in a relationship.
Very true. So moving on to my second one is freedom.
It's not freedom from me. Yeah, India का freedom. It is.
इंडिया को freedom मिल गया है, but still female in certain parts in India or across also have to take permission for things, right? You want to do something, I wouldn't say that I don't ask, okay, I do approach him to get what he thinks about a certain topic or certain thing that I am thinking. I do approach him for that. So freedom basically means that you give your own opinion, you have freedom to give your own opinion, you have freedom to see things on your own perspective or by your own perspective, you have freedom to make choices, okay. Growing up I've also seen friends telling me कि नहीं यार मेरे बॉयफ्रेंड को ना मैं ऐसे ड्रेस करता हूँ तो पसंद है, बट तुमको क्या पसंद है? नहीं मुझे नहीं पसंद है पर उसे पसंद है, but it doesn't make sense. Do things that make you happy. I am not saying freedom means you do whatever you want. Obviously, when you are in a relationship, you're with your partner or you are in marriage, you obviously have to go and discuss if it's a very very big things, right? But also you have to keep in mind that when I go, this person is going to hear patiently. That is what it related to the last ingredient that he spoke about. That you have to listen to me so carefully that if you think कि अच्छा यार there is some kind of thing that would make this a better decision, he will help and guide me, which he always does. So the mind of being free, the mind of having that flow energy, like ongoing flow energy, is so mandate and so important for your mental peace as well. I have that freedom to have my opinion. I have the freedom to tell him if I feel the things that he have done is wrong. I can feel what I am feeling right now, so I don't have to think कि अच्छा what is he going to do or how he is going to judge me. There is nothing, because he doesn't judge me on anything. I am super transparent, and that is the kind of person I am. I cannot keep the emotions to myself. I have to say it out, and he is the only person I go to. So I think that freedom really helps me to calm myself down.
I'll just add one point to her this of freedom. Now, it is not only with girls that they need freedom. It is with the guys also. There are many things, and in many relations, like even in a marriage or in a friendship, it is about having that opinion that you can put through. It is, those old days were like, those were very old days where we would be like, okay, the male is the dominant person, he doesn't need to take permissions or put his opinion out, and it has to be a consent between two people. It cannot be that one has taken the decision and both of them have to do it. If I am taking a decision for a thing which I have to do, that is okay. But if there is a certain thing, like supposing we are going out for a wedding, okay, now that is we. So I cannot take the decision on her behalf, saying and giving a commitment to somebody else that okay, we are coming. I can say yes, I am coming. I will check with her on if she is ready to come. So that's where I give her the freedom to choose if she wants to come or not. I don't dominate that okay, we are going. So those are things that from a male's perspective also, there are certain things that we also, I would say, need to have the freedom to talk to our wives, girlfriends, or any partners, or anyone for the matter of fact, the freedom to talk and to tell your opinion on it, your perspective on it. So yeah, that is one bit of it from my end also on the freedom part of it.
मैंने तेरे को freedom दिया है.
नहीं दिया है. Just kidding. So moving on to my third one. Third one, it is the most difficult task in the whole world. I'll tell you why.
I'm so wanting to know this.
This is said very easily, but it is very hard to do it. So let's not play any riddles. So this third ingredient for me is forgiveness.
Oh my God.
That is a deal breaker for everything. I'll tell you this. It is very easy. मैंने देखो माफ कर दिया. This is to say, but have you actually forgiven that person? Because forgiveness, at the end of the day, your partner is a human being and they tend to make mistakes. And when I know as a human being, I'll also make some mistakes someday. I have to be open to that. You also will be making some mistake, and to any other person, you are going to make mistakes, and you learn from your mistakes. And you have to have that big heart to forgive that person and forgive and forget. Don't drag it along, because the more you drag it along from your past in your present, it doesn't help you out. You are just holding those grudges, and the best way to tackle this situation in your relationship is forgive that person. Sometimes I know people do things that you can't forgive them, but I'll give you one example that I have seen a lot. Okay, it's a small example. It's like you holding a glass of water, okay, which is full.
Yes.
You can hold it for say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After that, your hand starts feeling heavy. Your arm starts aching. It's just because you're holding on to something without any reason. You're just holding it. But it is the same thing. You're holding to a grudge for a very long time. It is going to hurt you, and it is not going to even affect that person. So forgive that person for your mental peace here.
Exactly.
So forgiveness is my third ingredient in a relationship.
But forgiveness se bata, who says sorry in the relationship?
We both do. We both do it.
I'm so happy that you said that.
No, we both do it.
Yes, we do.
Wherever we agree. See, by saying sorry, you don't become the wrong person.
Yes.
It is always that you value your relation, your partner more than that argument or that fight or the mistake that is made. At the end of the day, it is your partner or the person that is important. Always forgive and forget. That is the best thing that you do.
Also adding to his point, just one bit, that I have also learned this the hard way, because the thing that he's telling you all now, he told me this I think 4 years back, कि है ना जब argument होता था ना, I used to go in the past, okay, 3 महीने पहले का या 1 year पहले का I used to get that situation because it's still stuck in my head, which means that I have not forgiven him, right? So it always stayed with me, and जब भी argument होता था ना, तब तूने मुझे ये बोला था ये तूने मुझे बोला था, and the topic of the fight goes from here to the other thing, okay, वो divert हो जाता है, which means आपने मतलब पहले का तो argument solve ही नहीं किया है, और अभी का भी आर्ग्यूमेंट जो है वो कभी सॉल्व नहीं होगा, वो नेक्स्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट के लिए रेडी हो रहा है, राइट? सो it was so annoying, and he made me sat one day and he told me, he literally, now he's showing you an example, but आप भी वो try कर सकते हो. He gave me this glass of water and उसने मुझे बोला, glass का cup था, and he filled the water little by little and ये full हो गया. He told me to hold on to it, and when I was holding that, I had an ache here. So he told me that see how it, the way it pains your arms, it also means that if you keep so much of the negative thing or the things that have affected you, and if there is no communication, which means you're going to keep that in your heart, which is going to harm you. I am just going to go in the flow because I am not that person who is, going to remember things, because he doesn't remember anything. If we have fought like a day prior, we sleep and then morning he gets up, he's like, good morning. And I'm like, I was thinking about it the whole night, and this fellow has not said sorry or anything. This is like 4 years before, and I dragged that thing for the next argument. कि अच्छा बेटा तूने मेरे साथ ये किया था. And then the moment he made me sat down, he made me understand. Obviously because he's more elder to me.
Not too much, just 2.5 years.
I was just kidding, because he's more mature and seen so much of the world that when your partner takes that effort to make you sit and understand, and you're that person who will not what do I say कि आप उसको बीच में टोकते नहीं हो, you let the person speak and you understand that thing. It was like, yes, it makes sense, and I think it's been like good years that I don't even remember the last fight we had. Arguments so here and there obviously hota hai, otherwise there is something wrong in your relationship, but I don't remember the last big fight also that we had, because ये बुढ़ को touch कर
No big fights.
No big fight, because if you are verbally also arguing है ना, and we think अरे यार shit ये गलत बोल दिया, oh sorry, and the sorries, 100 sorries, it can be him or me, but we just sort our arguments in less than, I think, 20 minutes or less than that also. It is like, sorry यार चल आगे बढ़ते, नहीं तो बाकी का जो 10 मिनट है वो भी waste हो जाएगा, and it will not make sense, right? Okay, so my number 3, right? My number 3 is just being yourself. It's just being yourself, doing what you want. I think it's connected to the freedom bit. But मुझे ना ये जो लोग टोकते हैं ना, in general, not only from my partner, if I'm doing certain thing and I think that it is right and a person tells me नहीं यार तुझे ये नहीं करना चाहिए. For me, you know what it is, कि I do the thing, I fail, I pick myself up and I continue doing some other things, right? And he helps me with it. So it's so easier कि you be yourself, and that is the whole reason I think our inner child is still with us. We'll just randomly, get up and dance to some random music. कुछ तो चलता है, and that is only because you should never let your inner child die. अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप एक relationship में हो and you are not able to do that, what you called in general, what people call kiddish thing, और हिंदी में बोलते हैं बचकान हरकतें करना, अगर आप वो नहीं कर सकते हो आपके पार्टनर से, तो what is the point in being, in that relationship? I can proudly tell you all that we are like inseparable. That is the word, if I pronounced it right. It is like हमको ऐसे भी I would take it as a compliment कि यार wherever you go she is there, wherever she goes you are there, because we are always together, because we love each other's company, we love playing together, we like doing so many things together, like cooking together, और अगर clean करना है घर को तो cleaning together. So you just be yourself and do what you want to do. और अगर आपको ये चीज़ नहीं करना, I just tell him यार आज मन नहीं है, he tells me यार थोड़ा सा I'm not feeling too great, should we do that later? Which means that he is not trying to do things to impress me. Obviously आप शादी के बाद करोगे तो भी कुछ हो नहीं सकता, but it is just that we love being ourselves, and I love seeing him being himself with doing all the masti that he does. So yes, I think that is my third thing, of being myself, of not being judged. So with this, we end this conversation. We are extremely happy, and also we wanted to tell you all that in less than 1 month we are so happy that we have like around 19 subscribers. Yes, and thank you so much for it.
Correct.
It really,
Yes.
yes,
It
it
means a
means
lot.
a lot to us. I know कि grow करेंगे हम, but that 119 of you all watching us, I am so grateful. Thank you so much for that subscribe. And if you are new to the channel, you know the drill.
If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It helps us get motivated to put in
Yes.
more videos for you all, create more content for you all. And yes, do comment also on what videos would you like to see
Yes.
from us. It will help us also get into a different, say, genre of things of which we have no idea. But yes, we will.
It
surely
will
work
open up a lot of things for us also in terms
so
of.
please do
views.
comment also, and yeah, feel free to comment and let us know what video should we get to you.
Yes, and we really hope that you loved this conversation that we had today, because it was super candid. Thank you for staying till the end, and lots of love. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you so much. Do like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Love.